Oh no, I forgot to set it up. We made it. I didn't do the intro last time because I'm making a smoothie, so we're gonna do the intro. I'm neurotic, it's chaotic, let's talk about it. Okay, I didn't know how to end it. Oh my god, my sign. No! My sign got wrecked. I'm freaking anxious right now, guys. Speaking to no one, and it's gonna be all new people again because I cannot manage having regularly scheduled live streams at like the same time, like scheduling it a week ahead or something so we can all get our schedules together and make it together. So we're probably gonna have brand new people again in this session. So let's just get into it because I do have a few topics. Right off the bat, this is the merch shirt that I designed, and there is issues with it, of course, because there wouldn't be if I wasn't neurotic as fuck. So I'm gonna have to redo the whole thing, guys. I'm gonna have to I was trying to be okay with it. Like, I'm neurotic, it's chaotic. Okay, I put it way too high. I don't want it like that much lower. I kind of just want it above the breast right there. It's just a little bit more flattering, I think. It was kind of nice that like it's higher up, that it shows on camera like if I'm up close, but I spent all night. Okay, yeah, I didn't sleep again, hardly didn't sleep again. Okay, hi Maddie, welcome to the session. I didn't sleep again last night, hardly, because I was stressing and being neurotic about the freaking neurotic shirt, the merch shirt that's about being neurotic. So how else would it be? Let's how you look when your hair is finished. I'm already sweating here because, first of all, we're in a bathroom. It's kind of fitting for the topic of the video. We'll get into the main topic, but we're just going over the merch shirt. Hi, everybody. Yes, the sleep is so important. Last time we talked about that. We talked about the struggle to sleep. I'm from Canada. I'm from British Columbia, Canada. And I have a new setup today if there's any regulars that are going to be joining, because I'm visiting my grandma. So I don't know, the best place I found to film, it probably doesn't have the best lighting, but it's in the freaking bathroom. But yeah, it's fitting for the, you know, the gut issues, the theme of today. But this shirt too, okay, it's itchy because last time I think I talked, which I probably talk every freaking time, about having sensory issues. First of all, I live to complain. Someone said that in the chat last live, and I'm owning the shit out of it. I'm like, yes, that is me. Like, my purpose in life is to complain. The hair, again, like, is this gonna be a thing? Like, I need to have an opening statement about the hair because the hair is always the main topic. I have a mullet. I'm rocking a mullet. I know it's confusing. Last time people were confused about my gender. All you guys need to know are my pronouns are poo-poos, and that will solve the confusion, I hope. So, yeah, this, what was this? This is Gildan. If you know anything about like merch shirts, like print shirts, this is the Gildan 5000. Not a fan, not a big fan, okay? The shirt is itchy. Like, we talked about the sensitivities. I think it goes along with the neuroticism. The sensitivities to all the senses, like, you know, light, sound, feeling, taste. Not, I don't actually have to deal with that one. It's not completely dire, but yeah. And just warning everyone as well, like, this is first world. This is first world problems that we're complaining about. You look like Herman Munster. I have a laptop on hand, so I can Google some references here that I do not know of. Herman Munster. I want to see Sorry for the echo. We're in a bathroom as well. No one cared about the echo, but I'm just like worrying about it because I'm neurotic. It's chaotic. Here we are. Thanks. Okay. So yes, Wayne. Herman Munster. Okay. This is fantastic. I agree. My head looks I added 4 inches to my head. Like, I made my brain maybe look massive. It's not any smarter, but it's okay. I want to show the rest of the viewers the person that I look like. This is the guy. Sorry, okay. I'm in the bathroom because I'm filming at my grandma's house. I did a little bit of a road trip, and that's actually on the topics today is anxiety while driving, specifically social anxiety and social etiquette while driving. I have a lot to rant about with that, but I know it's way too freaking early to be designing merch. Like, I'm doing the merch for myself. So to sum up the merch issues, I basically spent all night obsessing about the merch. Like, I was trying to accept this because every time you get a sample made, you have to pay. They don't cover it. You have to like pay for a sample, and then it took like 3 weeks to arrive. First world, I know we're complaining a lot today. It took a really, like, every time I make a new order, I'm worried it's going to take like 3 weeks to get here. I probably did it wrong. I used Printify. Je parle un peu français. J'ai étudié. This is my chance to annoy the crap out of people and like practice my French and be completely misunderstood by, like, if there's any French people, they're not even gonna know what I'm saying. Like, watch me just try to speak French for the rest of the whole live just to entertain my own self and annoy people and take up so much space and be such an imposition. But okay, so I just couldn't deal last night. Does anyone get obsessive where you just you're trying to force something to work? Like, it is good I kept going with the obsessing of trying to like get the right t-shirt on Printify, because I found out like I don't know why I didn't freaking think to scroll the fuck down the page, and like I guess I thought the pricing was like listed highest or lowest to highest. So I was looking at the t-shirts before and I was like, oh, these are the cheapest ones at the top of the menu on Printify for the merch shirts. And then last night, because I was just like freaking out about the feeling of this shirt, it's freaking sandpaper, folks. It's freaking sand. I have another shirt underneath to protect myself because I'm gonna get like, it's so abrasive, and I'm not going to be selling to you guys a stupid shirt. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm in Canada and fun fact, I did go to Quebec for 5 weeks to try and speak French. There was this course I did when I was like 18 years old. I'm 30 years old now. I feel ancient. This is so many years ago, but I went to this little town and it was called Trois Pistoles. I think it means like 3 rivers or something. I forget. I didn't retain anything clearly. But it was fun because like the whole city was in on this language course. Like it was very, very strict. If you spoke English, if you had 3 warnings, like you got kicked out of the program and you got sent the heck back to wherever you were from in Canada. So yeah, I went from BC to Quebec, stayed in this place, and this freaking annoying person in my program was speaking English. Like, there was people of all different levels, and I was not beginner, but this kid was like beginner, like he knew no French at all, so he was always speaking English, and he was talking out loud, like the whole town. It was a small town. You look young for 30. Thank you, I appreciate that. I am obsessive about it because I'm neurotic. Like, okay, I got scared. Like, I gotta finish the French language program tangent, but I need to get on this other tangent for now. I'm obsessive. I got too far into the obsession about like the anti-aging thing and like being scared of the sun. Like, guys, it was not doable, so I let it go pretty quick. But did I maybe order a full face baklava thing from Amazon? Did I maybe order that full thing and went out for a walk one day with it, and the social anxiety was especially off the roof because people were like, what the actual fuck? Like, what is this person doing? Like, the middle of summer. Maybe it wasn't the middle of summer then, it was like late spring, and I was like, I had my sunglasses, I had my hat, and I had this like full facial mesh cover thing, and I was so uncomfortable. And then I did and obviously you can only like avoid all UVA, UVB rays to a certain extent, obviously. Okay, so I use sunscreen. I thought I had it there. I was gonna show you guys my new sunscreen. I have a sunscreen obsession. Okay, so that's all literally about the comment about looking younger, but I'm also trying to accept when I do start to actually age and stuff, like, I'm not into ever getting like fillers or Botox or anything like that. Like, I'm gonna need to fucking accept it, but for now, I do appreciate your comment that it's nice. Back to the language course. Kai does not speak French, but they were able to say that in French. This kid he got me in trouble. I was like, stop speaking English. He wouldn't understand any French, right? And he was just like trying to ask me stuff. I was just like, not here, not in the middle of the freaking field. Like, there's a teacher right there. Again, the whole town was in on this language course. They would report you if you were in the coffee shop, if you were having café, is that what it is? Le café. If you were having a coffee in the coffee shop and you were talking in there, and the barista like they would say to us in French, like, you're not supposed to be speaking English, I'm gonna report you. So I got a full warning. I had to go to like the principal's office because this freaking kid that refused to speak there, I don't know why he was there. Like, if you don't know any French, it was gonna be very difficult. But anyways, that is the whole ramble about that. What I'm doing with the skin, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, okay, this is my advice for the aging. Topic of the whole thing is my gut is, I don't want to say too many F-bombs because of, like, yeah, I do want to monetize this video. I do want it to be monetized. Like, a few extra dollars would help. Maybe it wouldn't help me, because I was going to say it would help, like, my junk food addiction that I, spend money on. But, like, maybe I shouldn't be eating the freaking junk food that's giving me the shits and obviously not helping with the neuroticism and the anxiety. These chats that we do are, why I do them is, I don't know sometimes, but okay. I just decided to be my neuroticism and all because I was hiding in the shadows. Like, I would avoid life way more and people and everything because it's like, I'm too anxious to be here and like bother people. So like, a point of these lives are accepting and everything, but I'm actively working through it. I'm actively trying to be more calm and do things that help the anxiety. Thank you, Jason, for joining us from, I'm gonna butcher the shit out of this accent, but I used to practice it, and I'm gonna like embarrass my, oh no, I can't do it. I used to, okay, do you know Summer Heights High? Jason, do you know the show Summer Heights High? Mr. J. Welcome to Mr. J's room, welcome to Mr. J's room, come inside. Mr. G character from Summer Heights High, it's a show with Chris Lilly. He plays like 3 different characters, like female student, a male teacher, male student. Like, it's really, really politically incorrect, but it's really hilarious. And like, I think they tried to cancel him for his new show on Netflix or something, which was also just like equally as hilarious. But anyways, I just wanted to, the one thing I know that's connected to Australia, Jason, I just felt like I had to say that to try to connect, because I am a little bit of a recluse a lot of the time. So I was not doing good. I was like failing like miserably, and like sorry, not everyone like does that, what's it called, inflection or whatever. Okay, so we were talking last time about food and stuff and diet, and yeah, I'm trying to do low carb. Like, my stomach is so inflamed. Martin just joined us because we already went over this. I'm 30 years old. But it's confused. I almost feel like I got a comment one time on I'm on like a different channel, and someone was saying, it's like a reaction channel, so this was so long ago, but they said something like Alyssa either looks like he looks either like 12 or 40 or something, and like I completely agree. I feel like it's Aussie for friends. That's funny. Is it actually slang? Like, I'm sure it is. Like, you guys have some fun slang. I was so into the learning how to do the Australian accent. I was in this acting class, and my friend and I would just do it all class. I was so into it that for my birthday, another girl in the class like bought me an Australian slang book, like a book with Australian slang words. So I'd be interested to search that word, Caravaggio, and see if that's actually a thing. Okay, if that's actually a thing, or you're trying to get me to say something. Am I lying, Jason? Like, I'm gonna narrate your guys' conversations. Like, is that how you sound? Oh, Martin, I'm sorry about the PTSD. It's wild shit. Like, I have a very mild version, like a mild complex PTSD type of version. Like, my formal diagnosis is borderline personality disorder, which I got diagnosed with like 10 years ago now or something like that, and we're overcoming it. Like, honestly, it's all just trauma. I talk about this a lot. I talk about this every time. Like, all the disorders, in a way, kind of, in a nutshell, I feel like it's just like responses to different types of traumas or lived life experience, like your brain getting conditioned in a certain way. Here we are again. Okay, last time, yes, multiple people were asking me if I'm straight, and I know I'm a confusion to people. All you need to know are my pronouns are poo-poos. I hope that clears it up for you. Okay, no one is gonna get the insider. There's a video on my channel. I might have a character called Diane Rhea, who's gender fluid. But anyways, okay, in all seriousness, I am straight. If I don't know, it doesn't matter. I get the hair and I've gotten this a lot of my life. My whole life was a confusion to people. We went over this again last time, but we got all new people here. So if I just repeat myself, I'm gonna try to not feel annoyed by myself about it, or annoyed for the people that might be hearing it again. But like, since I was young, it was just like, you should have been a boy, or it's like, oh, why aren't you, you're dressing like a boy. You like to, I don't care. Like, boys and girls' clothes are just, it's fabric. But I have so many masculine it's giving masculine. I get it. It's giving masculine. I've had literal lesbians. I've had 2 different lesbians. One of them was like, "Are you sure?" Because are you? Oh, you're not. You're straight. Are you sure? And then she was like, "You dress exactly like my wife. You emulate that." I'm starting to get confused now. I'm honestly starting to get confused. Yes, I do have. Yes. I swear, like a sailor, I guess you could say. I went tree planting. I hung out with the boys. I'm down to hang with the boys, folks. One of my favorite podcasts that I haven't tuned into it for a while, but I don't know if you guys know about the comedians Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer, 2 Bears, 1 Cave. I'm chilling with the bears in the cave. I don't know. I do listen to female podcasts too a lot. More lately, but yeah, I just relate. I don't really relate to them though. The fillers and the makeup of it all, I can't relate, but I love hearing about it and admiring that, admiring the clean girl aesthetic when, I'm just rolling out of bed in my pajamas, getting started with my day, having not washed my fucking face. But actually, I've been trying to be really good with the skincare because of the obsession with the anti-aging, right? So, anyways. Okay, so I'm gonna go low carb. Okay, no, this is what I need to do. Oh, hey, Tal. Oh, we have someone who was joining us, from last time. How's Sean? Sean is in a different city, but he is doing fab. But he was not up because he did not get his coffee from me. So I haven't really heard from him much today. He sent a little text to let me know he was gonna keep sleeping. And that's kind of all I've heard. So I've tried not to bother him and let him do his thing. I also just didn't really sleep, but you know me, I don't sleep in. Like the light, guys, forgot the eye mask. We did a whole hour-and-a-half long ramble about the struggle to sleep and how I need it completely pitch black in the room, and even then it's not good enough. Like I have an eye mask, I try to have it pitch black, one little sliver of light reflects and I'm just up and I can't. So in the setup here at my grandma's house, there is not blackout curtains and stuff like that, so it's just like the light just came right in. It came right in. I need to air it out, by the way, too, because it's it's a sauna in this bathroom right now, so we're getting some air. What do you ask for at the barber as hairdresser? Okay, this is my first mullet by choice. Because I had a full mask cut, even more than this, you could say, because it was so short. I talk about this every freaking time. It's such a repetition, but I tried to dye my hair blonde. It got wrecked. I had to cut it into like a literal, like, male's haircut in a way, kind of. And I got a mullet from that because when it would grow out, it would give me a bit of a mullet and then I would get it fixed. But this is the first by choice mullet. At first I was going to do more of a wolf cut. How much did I pay? Okay, fun story, Abdul. Okay, how much did I pay? Oh, I don't know. Well, four haircuts later. I don't know. How much did I rack up the credit card? How much did I rack up Sean's credit card? Like, it's a saga. It's been a saga. I have it, it's really long to watch and annoying probably, but I have it like in real time. The situation in my live streams, it starts with I hate my haircut. So Jill is a character in my life that I just still cannot. I need to write a review, but I'm scared because I'm a people pleaser and I'm neurotic and I'm anxious. But Jill kind of did me dirty by not giving me a wolf cut the first time. She did nothing to my hair. She usually does a decent job if she's not trying to insist on doing it with a broken finger and not letting me reschedule. Like, guys, I want to make merch that's like, is Jill okay? Because she ghosted me. If y'all don't know, Jill ghosted me. My former hairdresser ghosted me after she didn't ruin my hair. Like, luckily she didn't attempt the mullet because I don't think she had the skills, okay? I don't think she had the skills because I went around town. Until I finally found the mullet master. Okay, Christina, the mullet master, and she knew what to do because she'd done a bunch of mullets. But like, I had consultation after consultation and they referred me to her. But Jill, and if Jill's not her actual name, we changed her name because I'm not using her real name, obviously. I don't want to cancel her. Obviously she can't be canceled. Like, I wanted to write a review and then I wanted to show you guys what I wrote and stuff. But I'm worried that people, that you never know what people are going to do. Like, if they find this, where it is on Google, and then find out her actual hair salon and whatever. Like, what if someone just, sends, and I'm now making this idea of a thing, but I have paranoia. It's like, what if someone was just like, you did Alyssa dirty, you ghosted. Like, ew, I would cringe so hard. So, I'm trying to let it go. I'm trying to let Jill, I'm trying to let Jill ghosting me. I'm trying to let go, but I want to write such a bad review. But, anyways, after Jill did nothing to my hair, and she's, a fancy salon and stuff, and, I was with her for so long because it's so hard to find someone that's good with your hair. Our personalities didn't click. You can find out about that in the live stream titled I Hate Being a People Pleaser. I think our personalities don't really jive. And our own, backstories or neuroticisms, we just have different expressions of it. And I'm just such a people pleaser and just guys, I was giving Jill really big tips so she would like me more, and then she ghosted me anyway. If you guys know the story, I'm sorry. If you guys know the story, I'm sorry to repeat it a trillion times, but it's for context of this and the hair. It's fun to get into as well, and I'm not over it. But So I couldn't see how my hair looked because Jill would never like show me what my hair looked like. I didn't know what I was missing until I moved on from Jill, until it was a blessing in disguise, okay? And so when I got home, like she, instead of like giving me a mirror and being like, how does the back look? Or like, while we're doing it, like I couldn't see it at all. And then she sort of styled it kind of and that. And like, instead of spending time, she was just like, she insisted on like giving me this like tour of her Airbnb next door, and then like try to sell me, she was trying to like sell me some flooring because I'd like mentioned that I had, I don't know, we were putting flooring in their basement. I don't know, she just was a little bit, I feel so guilty to say this because like I dealt with a narcissist that conditioned me in a way to be guilty about everything and like to not ever criticize anyone ever. But sorry, Jill was a little bit self-absorbed, a little bit self-absorbed. Just gonna say, I can be too. I'm probably a narcissist. I don't know. I suck. She was a bit whatever. Like my struggle with Jill, like the last, I talked about it, the last live about it update, guys, was like saying how it's all love, and like I was just sort of feeling disconnection, like separation consciousness in a way, and I just need to accept it doesn't matter. And I was even just like, I'd be down to like hang with Jill if she, I don't know, wanted to. It like, because I was upset about the ghosting, and then I sort of accepted it. And now that it's been like a month, 6 days after my haircut, okay, sorry, okay, I'm not even saying this to be sorry. Okay, I have to ignore the comments because I just want to say what this whole thing is about. Anyways, I didn't see what my hair looked like until I actually got home, and then later that night I like messaged Jill, just being very people pleasy though. Like I literally, guys, so I pay, it was like at least like $80 for haircut. It's like a it's a nice salon, you know, more bougie, right? And so I paid money, but I was so people pleasery. Again, this is all in the live stream. Like, I hate being a people pleaser. It's like in real time. I was so people pleasery that when I texted her about just being like, oh, hey, I showed her photos and stuff, and I was like, I just don't think this sort of like emulated the photo I had showed you or what I was going for and that. And then I said in that text, like, I'm happy to compensate you for extra time. Just let me know if you could get me in sometime to fix it. But I was saying, I would like pay her more money just to do her job. The first time she had one job to do, guys, she had one job to do. She spent like 2 seconds on my hair. Obviously that's exaggeration, it was a bit longer than that, but it was just like, and I was like, oh, that's so quick. And it was like, my hair was really long. She usually gives me all these layers and stuff. I was giving her a little bit different of a style, like a wolf cut instead of like modern, like layered look, but she knows how to do layered stuff. It was just like weird. She just cut my hair off, it seemed, and then gave little bangs, and I hated it. I don't know, people might think it's way better than this. You can see it in the old live streams, but anyways, she just didn't answer my message. She just didn't say anything, and then 6 days later, I just told her I found a different solution, and I was honestly worried something could have happened to her, because I was like, why? Nothing, like, and I was always overly concerned about her and her life because she always had something going on that I even like in my text I'm like, I know you're super busy, but like if you were able to like and that's why it happened to you guys, because I'm a little bitch, because I'm a little freaking bitch, and I do get walked all over. And after doing all that and then still getting like not a single nothing, and getting an email from Jill's official salon email being like, how was your experience? Like, let us know if there's anything we could improve on. It's like, really? Like, just nothing. Okay, so now I do want to write a review. I talked about this before that I like wanted to, but I couldn't deal with the stress of it all. But it's bothering me. I'm neurotic. I get embarrassed about, I get shame that I even care anymore, and that like I judge myself about that, and it's like, oh, people probably think I'm so weird. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's human nature, and it's like there's something unresolved within me because I've been such a people pleaser my whole life, and like I just don't like confronting people and that, and like I'm not out to just like ruin her business in any way, but like I gave her a chance to just like say something. It's been over a month, and I just want to give her a 2-star review and just be like, hey, you know, I just thought I would get like a response, like, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know, but that's the whole rant. But I'm so like overthinking it too, because like I want Jill to be a bit on this channel, like I want Jill to like represent those situations that like everyone else has had, like it's so much more than Jill. Like, I know it seems weird to like obsess about one person so much, but like it's all these other people in my life and my past that I like allowed my, like, I didn't have boundaries in a way, or I allowed myself to be like walked all over, just too people pleasery, because like the whole time I was seeing her before, there was like things I was just putting up with, like her doing not good of a job because there was like always a crisis and she wouldn't let me reschedule and stuff. So boundaries, folks. Boundaries. Jill, 2 stars. I thought about that, guys. I've thought it all through. I'm just like, 3 stars is too many, because is Google reviews, is 4 the highest? At first I thought it was 5, so I'm like, maybe I'll give her like 3, and I'm like, 1 is too dramatic, way too dramatic. And then I'm like, 3's too generous for what I feel I've gone and I don't want to like ruin her score entirely. Like, I don't want to give her 1-star review. So I thought, and I wasn't going to talk about this, guys, yet. I was going to do the review and everything and get it done, and then decide if I even wanted to say anything more about it, because it just stresses me out in general. Okay, I think I talked about this in one of the updates. Like, I was paranoid that I was like, did Jill not answer me? How self-absorbed am I, guys? How self-absorbed am I? I was like, did somehow Jill see my video, like see that I talked about her or something, and like hates me, like hates my gut? Like, I don't think that would ever happen. She doesn't know my channel at all. She did not seem to give a single shit about me or my life. Like, I just learned to not, it was awkward to talk about me. I felt uncomfortable when she wouldn't say anything. So I just was like, cool to talk about her and let her bring up the topics and stuff. But I did have thoughts like, what if she somehow saw it or something? Yeah, Jill knows, she told me, huh? The reason why I say this, I brought this up before. One time I went to the gym and the guy at the gym was like, oh, I saw you on YouTube, like this video or whatever. And it was a random video. It's a video called like Busking in Vancouver. It's like me playing music or whatever. On my personal channel, because I have another reaction channel with my partner in that like, that was maybe more likely that they, like, I was like, oh yeah, the reaction, internet rabbit hole daily, like, oh, you saw we reacted to like the Bollywood movies and stuff, and he was like, oh, no, it was like you playing guitar and you're like, this guy, how did it pop up in his feed, this like random, this person that worked at the gym, I don't think he works anymore, but like it's not, my social anxiety cannot even, okay, I'm gonna tune into the chat because I've been ignoring you guys. And I am a people pleaser, so I cannot just continue ignoring. I do speak fast, and it's neurotic, and it's like, I yap, and I don't know what people want from me. I guess I just try to be myself. Like, when I get going too, I just get going, and I'm like, aware. I'm like, literally, I'm having that same thought. Christopher, I'm having that as I'm like, I'm talking really fast. I'm really talking really fast. Is this kind of like, they're gonna think I'm crazy. Like, they're gonna think I'm on one. Like, I've totally been, like, people think I'm like on coke and stuff. Like, that's happened before in my life. Like, people think a lot of things of me that aren't true. But it's too boring to not talk. Like, it's part of my conditioning. I'm gonna need to charge my phone. It's part of my conditioning to fill the space as well. I put pressure on myself to fill the space. And it just feels boring. Like, I'm here, I feel like I have to somehow entertain or fill a space. So, bro, I think she needs help. Yeah, what do you think? Do you fucking, duh? No, I realized I needed to help myself. Okay, the 15 different counselors I went to throughout my life, it just wasn't working for me, okay? I don't know, I'm crazy. Like, if you think I need help, I almost am like feeling bad. I'm like, don't worry about me. Like, I'm like neurotic about that, probably. I'm just like, oh no, someone is thinking I need help, and it's like, no, it's okay, and like, obviously don't give a shit about me. It's fine, okay? It's all, I do this because, like, what else am I gonna do? I don't have a job. I never fit into society. Like, I tried all the different jobs, and I did like every single one. I just had like, I don't know, a mental breakdown, or I had like my nervous system could never calm. It never knew calm. It was not giving calm. It was giving 24/7 fight or flight. And like these days, I'm finally feeling more calm, but it's like I still struggle. Like, no, nothing. I know a lot of people too would be like, well, you need purpose and you need things to like, that helps with anxiety. It does for sure. But like also it's sometimes I just can't fucking win, but I'm finding balance. We made a schedule. I'm going to the gym every day except for being out of town. It's actually annoying me to be thrown off my schedule. I actually care about the schedule for once. Let the convo breathe. I know, but this is my okay. I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't care if it's annoying you. Like, it's weird I don't care because I'm so used to caring what people think so much, but it's like, this is my therapy now, and this is maybe not what I should be doing. Like, this is not like the approved therapy. It's like, oh, you need help. Like, why do you need to talk to random people on the internet? Like, I don't know. I just, honestly, my therapy is to like be me and not be censored and shut down, like, and gaslit, and like, if it's comments though, it's fine, because it's like, I don't have to fucking live with you. I don't have to like live with your insults every day and your gaslighting. Like, my therapy post childhood trauma, folks, is it's just being myself. Alyssa being me. That's why I changed my channel to that. I still have a guilt complex, a shame complex, like but it's way better. Like, I wouldn't be posting at all if I was like really in it, guys, because I would post and then hide and not post for months. The perfectionism of it all, the shame of it all, the like, oh, I'm offending people, like I'm always doing something wrong, like, I felt like a murderer for just being awkward. Like, I felt like the worst scum of the earth, worthless person. Like, I've been there, folks. I've been to the depths of hating yourself so much. And when you hate yourself, you are aware of the thoughts. Pay attention. Yes. I'm self-aware. I'm aware. And like, I just don't have rules anymore. And I used to like just not do what I do now too, because it was like, oh, this isn't like an enlightened thing to do, or like this is petty, or this is, I'm humaning. I think my purpose in life is to confuse people. I feel that now. Like, I used to judge myself too for like I was trying, I just, for years, since like 15 years old, I'm 30, like since 15, I went full investigation on myself. Since then, immediately I was like, I need cognitive behavioral therapy. I learned all this on Google. I have social anxiety disorder. I roommate, I have like, and I'm 30. It was a different era, folks. These words were not in the vocabulary, as at least in my circles. Oh, I need to check if it's oh, it's stuck. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Is it working? Are we back? I'm trying to fan the phone. Is it working? Okay, wait. God. Okay, wait. Oh, my test is working. Okay. Oh my God. Fan the phone. Fan the phone. My test is working. Sorry. Okay. Shh, be quiet. No talking in my live stream. Okay, go start your own live stream. Is that just sorry? That's hilarious. Actually, okay, guys, last time people were saying I looked like a horse, and it was funny because someone said we were talking about food and the diet, and that's what we were supposed to be talking about this time, but we got off. I don't know, it doesn't matter, but I think I need to just eat really low inflammation. I have had so many issues with food and, you know, the binging, the restricting, the demonizing sugar, being neurotic about it, being obsessive about it, being freaked out and stressed about the chemicals in the food. And like, I need to eat healthy, but not go crazy with that. But where am I going to get my dopamine? Where am I going to get my dopamine? I could try taking the Ritalin again. it sped up my heart rate a bit. That made me anxious. That made me stressed, that my heart rate went up a bit. Like, I don't know. I just don't think that's good. But okay, it was funny because like I was talking about carnivore diet last time, and then someone was like, oh, what'd they say? Like, it's funny. They were like talking about carnivore diet when you look like a horse, like haha or something. Like, and then someone was like, oh, I hope you're not like, they said something about like people saying mean comments. Like, I didn't even comprehend that it was like me. Like, I just think I'm in a different era where it's kind of like, I don't register. I don't know, I'm like, it's weird because like I talked about the like obsession with the anti-aging, but then my face is so red. I've talked about the obsession with the anti-aging of like I've like obsessed about things having to do with my appearance at times, but then I also am like really detached from my appearance. Like, a lot of my stuff, it's like both things. It's like really contradicting. Like, sometimes I'm kind of like, anxiety is just a feeling, obviously. Like, I have to keep reminding myself that too. It's like anxiety is just a feeling and there's just nothing to do or fix. And that is the only problem with it. That's the only issue. Like, it's literally just like ride the wave of the feeling, like ride the wave. And then other days I'm really in it and it's the opposite, and it's like anxiety is the worst. And like, I don't know. I don't know what to do to, like, sometimes I just don't, I feel like I can't have any opinions because I'm like, it all doesn't even matter. And then other times I'm kind of like, oh, I feel strongly about this thing, but then it's like, but it doesn't even matter. So how could it, like, I don't know. It's like, how do you Earth, like, how do you planet Earth when you feel like an alien and like you just don't vibe with it here? Sorry, I've been ignoring again, but the most important thing to remember is about him. Worship me. Okay, cool. Okay, that's extreme self-love right there, that you feel that everyone needs to worship yeah, you. So that's fun. Do you read? Are you able to channel your energy? Like, do energy readings for people. The social anxiety too. Okay, this is what I love about the whole thing. It's like, yes, how do you Earth? Okay, this is what I love about the social anxiety. Okay, I realized like there's the whole thing of it, and it's like so cliche and annoying. It's like, I'm different, like I'm not normal, or like, I realized I was perfectly normal at the end of the day. Like, I am and I'm not. I don't want to be normal either. Like, it gives me a big ick to be normal. Like, I want to be special. I want to be special. Yeah, we're all background characters. Like, I'm not me. I don't know. But then I have a tattoo that says like I am me. So it's like, and then I tried to like remove it, like, trigger warning. And I I'm just weird, like, and sometimes like I don't realize the normies, or the stables is what I call them, like the mentally stable and stuff. I just talk and say, and then they're just like, okay, I don't know. I was like, oh yeah, I just and I feel like I'm gonna make people uncomfortable now. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I wanted to get rid of this because I went to acting schools, thought I was gonna be a big shot for some fucking reason, and I was like, I need to get rid of this big ass tattoo to like score auditions. So then I just like took some ice and some salt and I did it, and this person was like, oh, stop, like, oh my god. And I get it, like, there's things that make me uncomfortable and stuff, but like, then after that experience, the issue is, it's like I did something wrong. That's what I would think, which is not true. Like, it's the like feeling like this imposition thing that I've had, but like I know where it comes from, and like now I'm just sort of free flowing. But then at times it's like, what does anything matter anyways? Like, what, like, what? Like, it's like I don't know what to do, but I guess I do. Okay, this is how far the neuroticism goes. I was developing my shtick here, like the whole I'm neurotic, it's chaotic, thing. And then there was a day that I didn't feel as neurotic, and I was like, I'm an imposter. I can't do this thing because I figured it out. Like, I don't have anxiety anymore. Like, I don't know. it's like it's sometimes just not there at all, and then it feels like it's always there and never not there. But oh yeah, what I was gonna say is the social anxiety too. I feel like for me, um, the like masking, I guess, like the like people. Okay, I relate to the autistics. I'm sorry, but if that's offensive to the people who experience autism, like, is it offensive to who gives a fuck? Like, is it offensive to be like I relate to them when I don't have it in a way? Like, I don't know. Then again, like my friend was like, "Oh, I'm curious, like, because she says she's on the spectrum, and she sent me this like survey and was like, "Oh, I'd be curious if you have it too." Like, and we both have like ADHD and that and everything, and that like I think all that stuff, like these categories that we have made, I resonate a lot with it, and like I deal with stuff now. I look for ADHD tips, and it changed my life to get the strategies, or be like, "Oh, you have an issue with dopamine and blah 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 blah," and then um like I tuned into that stuff like a couple years ago. But then again, I'm like, oh, we're the normal ones. I'm sorry, we're the normal ones. Like, we're just aware of what's going on Earth, and we're just like, what are y'all doing? It's just weird to just be like, hi, how are you? Oh, good. Like, I just can't do the fake thing anymore. I just can't, like, I feel like I have to be what I'm actually feeling. Like, I was so disconnected and dissociated and away from my body. Like, I could do the like faking thing, and now I'm like, why are we all faking like interactions? Like, that's the social anxiety. The interactions feel so uncomfortable sometimes. Like, now I'm trying to be, yes, hypersensitive. Um, yes, ADHD. And then again, guys, I'll have imposter syndrome about having ADHD. Like, I free float, like I surf. It's kind of like I do and I don't. Like, is ADHD even a actual legitimate disorder, or how they characterize it at? Like, am I this way because of like the emotional wounds and the conditioning and the like being in a chaotic environment growing up constantly, and like I'm desensitized to stuff, so like I need more stimulation to focus. Like, is that why my dopamine's messed? Is that why I have ADHD? That, like, for me it's really nuanced. So it's like people will be, oh yeah, you don't have, or what even, it's like it's a thing, but then it's not. But it helps to be like, this is my experience. It's like these symptoms is what I have, and I think there's like a bunch of different causes. I think for me it's way freaking worse when I eat too much sugar and carbs. I'm trying to do low carb lately to help with it. And also lack of sleep. It's times 10 with like the losing thing. Not like I can't, oh god, packing. When I've slept, packing is stressful. Like, I forgot some things when I usually do a list. Like, I started to do the strategies. Like, I realized it was just like, oh, I don't want to say normal, like the or the neurotypical whatever people, non ADHD people, like their brain can compute things systematically in a certain way and like focus on what needs to be, and that like I can't tune it all out, and that like I realized it, just learning all that helped me, and I stopped with the fucking shame about it. I was like, this is why I struggled in school so freaking hard. This is like, yeah, you just feel lazy. You get called lazy, and I get it. I know, I need to breathe. You know what the best freaking therapy is, guys? The best therapy that I did yesterday, the best therapy this earth can offer, I feel, is like screaming in your car. For me, I feel like I'm still doing something wrong. Like, I got into it more when I turned up my music really loud. Like, I turned up this okay, We Are the Champions was one of the songs that I screamed to, and then I just like changed the words. And I'm gonna have to like do the censored version here because I don't want to get like full on demonetized. Like, maybe I should just like not care and stuff, but like, I don't know, a few extra bucks. Like, I'm worried about how much money I need to account for, like how much I've overspent. I need to like ask my partner to like cover my stupid expenses that I made. It's like, okay, did I need the $7 matcha latte today? And I just felt guilty. Like, my grandma gave me $10 to get us our coffees, and hers costed $3. Hers costed $3. My costed $7. $7, and I just could not handle it, so I paid separate. I was like, here's the cash for the coffee, here's my credit card for the matcha latte. And I guess, and then I'm just like, I usually just go scrap, like trying to save like an extra 70 cent, like scrounging around, you know, I'll be like, is it worth it to switch the milk to oat milk for this? Like, that's an extra 70 cents or something. Like, I'll just go with the cream version or the, like, and then I had a stomach issue anyway. Like, my stomach still hasn't recovered from yesterday. That's a whole thing. We were going to talk about it. I had a lot of gluten yesterday because I was like on a road trip, and then I met with a friend on the way who was like in a town, and where we went to eat, it was just all gluten things anyways, and I just, to make it easier, I just got the same thing as her because I get like decision fatigue. So yes, Steven Stevenson, that's a great name. That's a solid, that's something I could maybe remember because it's almost the exact same first and last name. She's shiny, hair is met. I know, okay, I know, and it looks crazy sometimes. It's crazy. We're learning how to style it better, but I don't style because I don't have time for that. I hope the phone stays not overheating. I wish I had my sign though. We lost the oh shit. We lost the sign. Oh, I forgot the best therapy this earth can offer, and this is like the frustration of it all, is when I like have something that I feel is worth saying and then I don't say it, and then I watch the live back, and then I have to have, you know, I just have to be so neurotic about the, you know, with the perfectionism of like not finishing what and then you'll see there's usually a comment every live stream, there's usually a comment that I post that's like, oh, by the way, this was the conclusion to this story that I didn't finish, and like, oh, it's bugging me that I said I was going to talk about this and then I didn't, and it's bugging me now, and that, like, you'll usually find that comment. It just neutralizes it in my body and makes it okay. But anyways, the best therapy is screaming in your car, yelling, screaming, and changing the words to songs that you like. And so it was like, I was singing We Are the Champions. It was like, I don't want to get copyright. What was the one? I had a good one, and I was saying just like, F you, Jill, like, because I'm still mad about Jill, guys, and I never, like, let my anger out because I judge myself about it. I don't, like, let myself be angry. I started watching the first Deadpool, and I watched, like, 30 seconds of it, probably because ADHD, and then I've seen the second one, that's it. I saw the second one first because, I was working in a group home with kids, and, like, they would get movie tickets and we'd go watch a movie and that. So, like, I would never have seen that because I'm not as into the superhero movies and stuff, but the movie was so balanced, like, with the comedy and everything. And the second one I just thought was so, so good. I never would have saw it. So that was so many years ago, and I'd been planning ever since to, like, watch the first one, and I never did. Now the third one's out, but I saw Twisters. I saw Take Me to the Moon. Is that what it was? Sorry, disappointment. I'm sorry to be critical, but Take Me to the Moon was a bit of a disappointment. I thought it was going to be funnier. I got so bored. But was the Wolverine one good? Was the Deadpool Wolverine good? Did we enjoy it? Oh yeah, I have to keep this closed because of the heat, I guess. So I don't know what to do. I'm just constantly changing and fiddling, and because it's chaos in my brain. I should probably go soon, hang out with my grandma. We did hang out a while. I started talking about politics. She's really chill about it, and she was just like, oh, you aren't into politics. Like, she's Greek, and I try to. We were, like, in Costco, and, like, yeah, there's these things that I care about that I don't need to care about that aren't that important. And they're more minor with my social anxiety, but, like, sometimes when I'm out with an elderly person and then, like, you really got to be on it, like, it's hard to manage all the things. Like, Costco was crazy. I don't know if you guys have Costco, but I want to do a fucking video on, like, the chaos of Costco. I want to talk about the chaos of Costco. Oh, I'm sorry, Christopher, for your loss. Yeah, I'm lucky. It's like, yeah, I'm lucky in so many ways. I'm so grateful. Someone commented about being grateful the other day, and last night I had a thought of like, I should be grateful. And so I started being grateful. Like I was like, I'm grateful I get to sleep now because I had stayed up all night, right? You know, being neurotic about the merch shirt and researching for hours, the same thing over and over and over again obsessively. And then I was just like, I'm lucky to sleep. Like some people just, they're in a war zone. Like, and I was like, I'm lucky for this pillow that's comfortable. Like I got a pillow from Amazon because the other one was hurting my neck. And I was like, I was doing the grateful thing. And I'm like, I don't do this. I don't do this. I need to do it. I need to do it. The observer of the mind, yes. And I'm trying to be like the observer of the people and not have to fill the space and put so much pressure to do something. But when I am with an elderly person and you're in Costco and it's busy and it's chaotic, and then you just gotta like pull them around and be like, oh, here you, because she's like walking slow, like she can't walk fast. I get it, but it's like there's no room, and then like there's like a person just like standing there with their cart that's not saying anything. It's like also just be like, oh, excuse me. She probably wouldn't be able to hear them, but she has a little bit of deafness, so it's kind of, so it's not that bad though. My papu, my grandpa, it's like my great grandpa, his was like a lot worse. He eventually got hearing aids, but he was like really, really, really resistant to the hearing aids for years, and we were just like, hello, like he'd have to like repeat it, like it was just like yelling at him to hear. I hope that I don't lose my hearing when I get older. It sucks. How many hours do you normally sleep? I can't manage tracking. I need to not underestimate myself. I could track my sleep, but I like don't, but I can run off. Like I don't think I slept until it was light out. It was like 6 a.m. And then I just need to get the day started because Grandma and I went to Costco and we did the whole thing, and I didn't want to like make her wait, and so I ended up just getting up at 10 a.m. but I wanted to sleep in more. But I still woke up. It was like 6 a.m. or something, and then I got like a message. Like my mom was trying to like coordinate doing like a video chat because she's in like a different country with different times. I didn't even have like probably consecutive sleep from like 6 to 10 a.m. So I don't know how much did I sleep. I don't know. I'll probably sleep tonight, but the asymmetry in your nose is cool. I know. For the purposes, it bugged me a bit because I have pictures when I was younger, my nose was straight, and I did soccer and I got hit so many times that I feel like that's what did it, but it could have just done it anyways. I have a deviated septum. I have breathing issues. If I ever get the septum fixed, I have gotten some consultations where I didn't trust this guy though, because he was more into the plastic surgery. He kept asking me if I wanted to get rid of the bump. I did consider it one time, and I will never consider it again because I want to show my ethnicity and stuff and not change my nose. But one time I asked him about it because I thought it was like free or something. Because I swear a girl in my high school got her nose fixed, her deviated septum, and they like also gave her nose job for free or something. So I don't know what I was thinking, but how can that be true? I asked this guy, this like Russian dude in my town that's like the plastic surgeon / ENT nose guy. I just asked him about it one time. It was free. Ever since then, every freaking time I went, because I was never really ready to do it and I had to keep getting a reconsultation to get back on the list. I asked him one time and then I said, yeah. He was like, yeah, it's going to be an extra $5,000 or I don't know. It was going to be like all this. It was going to be like $7,000 extra dollars or something. I don't know. Maybe not extra. I think that's total. And then I just didn't want to do, and I was like, ew, why would I want to change my ethnicity, like my actual features? And like, if I have kids, like, no, like the bump is fine. It didn't like ever bug me. And then maybe someone made a comment, and then I started thinking about when I didn't, it bugs me with the crookedness. Like one side looks different and it used to just be straight and just have like one side's like more smushed and the other's whatever. Also who cares? But I guess if it could help my breathing, I would like fix it and just make it straight. But anyways, I asked about it one time, and ever since this guy, every appointment, because again I had like multiple appointments, and he was just like, do you want me to get rid of bump? Do you want me to get rid of He was Russian. I know, Steven. Yes, the last live stream was called The Struggle to Sleep, and how it's like number one on the priority list for the anxiety, and I'm getting more of a handle on it. Like, I also spoke the last live about the issue lately with the sleep. Whoa, my tripod just died. The issue with the sleep was like the cat pissed on my mattress because I'm such a light sleeper. So me and my romantic partner don't even usually stay in the same room together in the same bed. Like, I have my own freaking room, and I have shit like I have a protocol. I'm so disorganized. Obviously, like, I lost my earplugs. I like, because to have a chance at staying in his room until my mattress, arrives. I hadn't ordered it yet. I finally did order it. I just, like, I would lose my earplugs, so then I was like, the cat was waking me up, and then like, he doesn't have a protocol. Like, he just lets the cats go in and out of his room. Like, I lock them out. I try to black out every window. I put my thunderstorm sleep sounds on, and like, I know all the things, and I also just don't do them, right? Like, I also just don't. Thank you, Naeem. Yeah, the reason for the changing it would be breathing, but for some reason, I was thinking about the other day, because, like, this is more in the future type of thing, because the annoying Russian guy, who's the only guy in my town that, like, he's an ENT and a plastic surgeon, and I tried to just go to an ENT person, and they can only do the internal deviated septum surgery. They can't do both. So I'm stuck with this guy unless I outsource and try to go to some other big city and this and that. And then even then, I'm so worried about touching my face at all that I would go to, like, a very professional, like, I would be paying out of pocket. Like, I tried to sort of get it covered because it was an injury, but this guy also didn't care to help me. Like, he wouldn't send them photos of my before and after. He was like, oh, I'll just apply. And then after I found out that people do get it covered, but that it takes a bit of an effort. They take all these photos and they help you. Like, I saw on Reddit people in Canada that got this covered because it's like an old injury. And I asked him, can you please, like, I have these photos I sent him, can you just resubmit with the photos? And he was like, you can call MSP or whatever. That's like our public health. I called and I can't, and my family doctor can't even submit it or anything. This guy would, and I was scared of him. Like, I didn't trust this guy with my nose too, when it was like, okay, it's going to be like $7,000 this much. And I was like, that was like to just make it straight, not like getting rid of the bump thing, right? And he was like, oh, you don't want to get rid of the bump? Okay, it's going to be fine. I'm like, he forgot again. Like, I did not trust this guy touching my freaking face. I'm like, what if he shaves my thing down and I don't want... So anyways, that's the long freaking version of if I get it fixed. It's such a far in the future thing, because it's also going to be so expensive, because it's going to be really hard to try to get it covered with, like, a doctor from a different city, and like, they don't care, and they're probably not good. Like, yeah, I want to go to someone that's, like, doing nose jobs every single day. So my ethnicity, okay, this is my 23andMe. Do you want to know? It's like 50% Greek, 10% Native, some British, I guess, and then, like, a little bit of French, a little bit of Irish, but it's mainly, like, Greek is half, and then just other half. I'm white. I don't know. But I should probably sign off. I just want to make sure I got... There's always things that I miss, and it doesn't matter, but, okay. The big update from the live was, like, I screwed it up today. I was like, I could not, like, inflame my stomach anymore, and then I had, like, a freaking matcha latte, and then I was at Costco with Grandma, and I could not help myself from all the free Costco samples. If you don't know what Costco is, it's a big, huge grocery warehouse, like, bulk store, and they give you free food. They give you all these samples. And I kept eating, like, it had gluten in it, and yesterday I ate way too much gluten, and I was, like, praying. I'm not religious at all. I was, like, praying to make the intestinal pain stop, because it was just got really sort of painful, and that also affected the sleep. So I really need, it's just like, where am I going to get the dopamine? I did think like I might try to really just focus on one thing at a time. So it's like I might try the like ADHD medication a little bit, like when I feel like having a dopamine hitting food or like caffeine or something, because caffeine messes up my gut. And when I got prescribed the Ritalin from my doctor, I told him like caffeine, I'm like worried about any stimulant in a way because I'm very sensitive. Like caffeine makes me way too like this, probably like this, guys. And it can affect my sleep. Like it'll just get too uncomfortable. Like I get not twitch. Is it involuntary or voluntary? Like I have too much like energy in my body, and like I'll start to get like a freaking tick. Like I get ticks. I've gotten ticks from anxiety, like not having any caffeine, but like the caffeine makes it worse. Like it makes it so pronounced, and I'll just like tense my shoulder. I'll do my shoulder one. I'll do my whatever ticks I have. Like over one of them's like my wrist, and it's like excessive. Like the caffeine, it just like makes me uncomfortable. And obviously then like I have to go run or exercise. So like I was worried about that happening with the medication. He's like, oh, it's different than caffeine. It's like better or more steady. But I get the same issue depending on, I don't know, if I'm not used to it and like I don't have to like take a smaller dose. I was trying to find balance with it because like I need to make sure I exercise beforehand. The issue was like I had, caffeine makes my nervous system go mayhem. It gives me a mood boost though. I don't do it for the energy. It's the dopamine that like it's so hard not to just like indulge and like try to get it somewhere else. Like it's just such a habit for me a lot of times. Like I go in and out of like I don't get like an addiction to caffeine because I don't have it regularly enough to have that happen, I feel. But I go on my little like regular, wanting to have these like iced coffees or ice cap things, or I make my own at home. I'll do like a matcha thing at home. I was making that in the last live, and then I'll just not have it in that. Like I can just cut it out and not seem to have like side effects because I get like a small, always like when I get stuff I always have to get like the smallest size because I try to drink it really slow. So yeah, if your partner reduces your choices, does it help with anxiety? Sorry, I haven't been answering questions. What do you mean reduces my choices? Like, what do you mean? Oh, sorry, you said it right after. God. Like if he chooses what is for dinner. That would help because I have decision fatigue, but I feel like I'm managing it all on my own. And then I make him salads a lot. Like I worry about him and try to manage him and his stuff. I'm kind of like, oh, he's not going to make something healthy for himself unless I do it. So I started to get, like, that was part of my schedule. I made this routine, and it was like, wake up, gym, come home, like, make salad, lunch, whatever, edit, film. I had, like, a system when I'm out of town, and it's like, they're off. But, man, I'm exhausted just by listening to your life. I think you just let your mind go on without having any control of it. Okay. There was another person similar to this vibe that was like commenting on, not in the lives, but like on my regular videos. And it was just like trying to police me about, they were like, you shouldn't be saying everything, or you shouldn't be like telling every single, they were like, the enemy's gonna know all your secrets. I'm like, the enemy's gonna know that Jill ghosted me. What? Oh no. Yeah, I do exhaust people. I'm fully aware of that. And I always say, like, if it's not like, well, I just know now, like, people don't have to watch. Like, I had such a guilt complex to where, like, I'd forget that. Like, I would feel like I'm doing something wrong. It's like, don't watch, like, and don't make yourself stressed by watching me. If I stress you out, like, click off. Like, it's like, I'm concerned about someone who, like, can't stop watching something that is stressing them. Like, self-care first. Don't watch me. It's crazy, it's nuts, it's whatever, but like, I don't know, I love watching people who like rant. I don't know, I like listening to, like, I'm not for everyone. Oh, I missed the point. Okay, I probably did. I probably interpreted it as, yes, an insult. That is what I tend to do. That's my brain. It's like, oh, that was wrong. It's like people will just state facts. They'll just state things, and I'm like, have I been reading the past? Sorry, were you responding to someone? Well, you said, Alyssa, you worry me, so I was kind of like, hoping you guys sleep. Remember, you're not the mind. Yes, I'm not. I know I appear like worse off than I am. Man, I'm exhausted just listening to your live. I think you just let your mind go on without having any control of it. But that's the thing, is like, why am I trying to control it? Like, my issue has been insane control, like insane and like self-censoring. Like, I would not speak like this at all freely. Like, this is actually such a progress for me, and it's also just like, I don't care to like fit it. Like, I don't know if I'm annoying. Like, this is my space to do this. Like, I don't do this to a person. Like, when I go out in the world, to Sean a little bit, he has to hear my rambles at times. I try to listen to I try to listen to the other people when I'm like, a lot of times I'm taking a lot of shit. Okay, a lot of times there's been some characters in my life that I take a lot of it on, and like, this is my debrief. This is just like, and it helps, like, if other people like this, like, I'm vocalizing I'll do it actively. I'll be like, oh, I just had a thought that like, and then I come here with my topics and my stories, and it's like, the purpose of this is to ramble. So, but sorry, high frequency, if I misinterpreted it. Oh, dude, I'm literally like you. My mind is neurotic in the past. Okay, yeah, I take things as insults, and I don't need to. Or I guess I take it as like, oh, are they saying that to be like, you shouldn't be doing this? Like, you let your mind do this without controlling it, and like, and then my my neurotic brain, and then my brain, and then I'm just like, oh, they're telling me I should control it, and like, you're just stating what I'm doing, and now I'm gonna be all neurotic about like, oh no, I meant it wrong, or I misinterpreted it wrong, like, they didn't mean that, and like, now it's like awkward that I was all like defensive, and so it just never ends, guys. It never ends. So I'm sorry, high frequency, that I misinterpreted. It's like, I guess it's the shame I still have in me. It's the shame I still have about it, that when someone says that, it's like, I do assume it's like, they're like, yeah, why are you doing that? Like, you're doing something wrong. I guess I've had people on the channel, though, like, say that to me. Like, I've had people legitimately be like, you should delete this, or don't post, or like, you shouldn't be talking like this, or like, trying to police me on. I spoke about like mindfulness and like awakening one time, because I'm reading this book, and then they became the freaking awakening the sheriff of awakening, and I was just like, okay, you do, like, if you don't want to do what I'm doing, like, they literally said not to talk. They're like, do you think an enlightened person is really going to be talking this much, and they're going to be doing this, and I was like, there's no rules for, like, I don't think awakening has these rules. Like, that's not the point of, like, I don't know, you don't have to do what I'm doing, obviously, but like, I don't care to like try to be. They were like talking about being stoic and stuff. It's like, and then they kind of came around, like, the different video, they were like, oh, I actually really, like, you just say, what did they say? They then like had a change of heart, like, and the whole time it was kind of like, this person's not vibing, and that's totally valid as well. Like, they don't have to like what I'm doing, but I can just be like, why are you telling me what? Thank you, Albert. Thanks for the sub and the like. I have a sister. She's a year older. When we talk to others, we're also talking to ourselves. Can my brain even comprehend that simple sentence? That's some profound shit, I think. Talk to others. Talking to ourselves. Talk to others. Talk to others. Yes. Well, that's like, I'm talking to myself in a way, and yeah, it's like, I'm a value. Yeah, it's like, for me, it's kind of selfish. It's like, for me. Try limiting yourself to one sentence per comment and see how it feels. If it's not satisfactory for you, that's okay. But I don't want to like limit myself. Like the channel's called Alyssa Being Me. I appreciate you offering advice and stuff, but I guess like I've just been way too, it was so extreme because like when you deal with a narcissist, when I fully figured out exactly what it was, it's like, oh, this was like narcissistic conditioning or like narcissistic abuse, and that's why I feel like I'm always doing something wrong, or like I'm constantly like, I didn't know who I was, guys. Like I did not, I was like, I realized it was just weird. Like things I didn't know what I actually liked. Like everything I was doing, I was like wearing clothes because someone just because someone gave them to me that I felt bad. It was all like a lot of it was on a subconscious level. I was like wearing clothes that because someone gave them to me, I was like feeling bad about giving them away or something like that. And then like I just didn't even know it was an option. Some things I'm like, oh, I don't have to do this thing, or like I would think I wanted to call certain people in my life, but like it would be, I'd just be in a stress response the whole time. It would be stressful, and I thought like, oh, I genuinely want to talk to this person, but I was just so conditioned. I felt like I could not, and I was getting something out of it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be seen as like good, and because I'm a bad person if I don't want to overly emotionally support them, and I don't know. It was like hard to I was like, I'm getting better, right? So I was, the big thing about that was like I was extremely suggestible because I didn't even know what my own feelings were. So if someone suggested something, um like let's for example say the ADHD stuff, like I had a friend, and I brought this up already at least once, who cares? Um he has ADHD, he doesn't really know me, and he like I brought up me discovering things about myself and that, and I was going to the doctor, and he was just like, Alyssa, I don't think you have ADHD, whatever. And at the time, it was further progressed to like not immediately be like, I guess I don't. Like, because he said that, I still had this like internal struggle with it, like feeling like an imposter. But then I was aware like of that being my conditioning. And it's like, he can think what he wants and it doesn't really have meaning. So sometimes I can just be like extremely, like if someone suggests something, sometimes it's like, oh no, am I doing something completely wrong? Do I support the LGBT community? Um, yeah, for sure. But like, I don't know if that means I don't think that I have to believe that certain things are genders when I don't believe they are. Like, I'll respect people's pronouns and stuff, but like for me it's nuanced. Like this just these days, like why I sound unsure about, obviously I have no issue with LGBT. Like I've talked about like growing up in Christianity, and like at the time years ago, like I could never understand as a child the like non-accept, like that people couldn't just love who they loved or do things the way they want to do. Like it was really intense emotionally for me. There was like a weird church session where they were kind of talking about it, and I was just like, it is imprinted in my mind because it was like felt really, I was confused. I was like, that's, I don't get it. So but like nowadays sometimes like supporting that community, it's like it also entails things that I feel like it's not really about. Like it's become a different thing. Like if you know what I'm talking about, it's like if you have feelings about like women's sports, and there being like regulations with people that have gone through male puberty competing with like, if you're like, yeah, I think if you've gone through male puberty, you know, maybe there should be a different category. Like I don't think it's fair to like that can be considered not supporting the LGBT community. So why it's kind of like, yeah, I support them for sure, and like basic human rights obviously and everything like that, but it's sort of like I don't know, it's like there's a lot more to it these days, right? So it's like I feel it's like a gaslighting community. As a female, guys, yes, there has been frustration. I've done some videos about that with men boxing the Olympics. Yeah, wasn't it was it MMA or boxing? Someone's skull got like broken or something. Um I'm gay, I don't support the drag trans community, especially the ones doing it as a trend. Yeah, the trend thing is like, it's like, the thing is, like, I think it all kind of exists, like, there's people that it's like, it seems like a general identity issue that they're associating with gender, like, and then it becomes a trend to, or there's all, like, there's so many things existing within it, like, there's people that, like, genuinely have legitimate gender dysphoria. I spoke about this before, like, I, before puberty, went through those feelings to a certain extent, always been such a tomboy, like, I feel like if I grew up in today's day and age, like, I totally would be like, oh, I'm non-binary, like, that's what this is, or whatever. And then I do feel, though, that, like, there probably are, I'm sure, like, it's not just one thing. Like, there's, like, non-binary people that have a like, a gender dysphoria about it, and then there's, like, maybe other people that, like, are identifying as that for more of a trend of it, like, they don't actually have this, like, dysphoria or stress or issues or things they're dealing with, like, it's maybe is just part of their expressing themselves or their identity, and, like, people can do what the hell they want. I'm sort of like, I don't agree with it, like, it being by law, like, speech being policed by law is also where I draw the line, but I'm not at all in alignment with, like, the whole left and right thing is also, I don't fit into any category, but, like, I don't really like being, like, the right this, the left this, like, but no one's gonna know what I'm talking about, but, like, some people on the right are, like, refusing to use any preferred pronouns or whatever, and, like, I don't agree with that. Like, people will try to put me in that box because of my videos and stuff, about, like, woke stuff going on, but it's like, I'm not someone that, like, insists on not using someone's pronouns if they want me to use them. Like, if I mess up, or if it's just like, I'm not going to use them when they're not there. If it's easier to, like, talk about it, and then like, people getting offended on behalf of other people, like, aren't even there, and it's just, like, easy. Or the whole thing where we have, like, a school pow person that has, like, a different gender identity who, like, appears female, like, it's just, like, not an offensive thing. It's just, like, easier for our brains sometimes. Like, this person did a horrible thing, they're also deceased, and then people were on about how, if you guys know what I'm talking about, like, when I say pow, the school pow person, whatever, was identified, it was like, people were like, this is offensive to the trans community, that, like, people aren't using the proper pronouns of this, like, unaliver. But yeah, it's like, I've ignored you guys, but I was on my little tangent. I just accept the gay lesbian people, the OG gays and lesbians, not the LGBT that tries to use it for personal gain. Yeah. It's no shame to be center right-leaning, bruh. Stop this lunacy. I can't, like, fit in the box. Like, I guess you would say, like, I'm a moderate. Like, this is the thing, too, about it, guys. It's, like, they're non-definable anymore. They're like, right now is, like, people would fully say I'm right. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm not going to join a thing, or, like, I just can't join a thing. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf, guys. I got a bit of a wolf cut. I'm a lone wolf. But it's also, like, I don't want to say, yeah, I would fit that when I don't know what it is, because it's constantly shifting. Like, because I did videos, like, there's people I disagree with on things, like Ben Shapiro I disagree on, and you guys might disagree with me, like, the whole Harry Styles, or, like, men wearing dresses and stuff, like, I think it's honestly great. Like, not like, oh, they have to let's push this thing, like, forcefully, like, if someone is expressing themselves how they want, it's me having my mullet and giving masculine, and because it's like, that's not actually about, like, why would that affect anyone? Like, men can rock a freaking female outfit, like these clothes are not reserved for, like, gender. So, like, Ben Shapiro will be like, all his panties, his panties will be in a twist about, like, Harry Styles is wearing a dress on, like, the cover of this thing, and it's like, it's not all one. Like, there's some stuff that seems like there's some, maybe, I don't know, creepy or, like, inappropriate stuff, like people being half naked and, like, dancing, like children being at these, like, adult events in a way, and then that's one thing. But then there's people that are there, they're then like, oh, it's all part of, like, that's so inappropriate for like, they're trying to get the kids with the Harry Styles wearing his dress is, like, trying to whatever, like, it's not, like, that's what happens too with, like, the whole, I delve into the conspiracy stuff for sure. I delve into conspiracy theories, but then it's like people can get so biased to where it's like, it's all, there's everything, there's behind everything, there's like something behind it. Like, I think Harry Styles honestly genuinely likes, they didn't make him do that. They weren't like, they were probably trying to also be in it. They wanted him on the cover, like, for the culture too. They're probably, oh, it'd be great if we know that he likes this type of clothing and that, and then it's like showing it. Like, I don't, like, you don't even know why people are doing what they're doing, but I fully approve of, it's like, please wear the dresses, because I don't want to fucking wear them. I don't want to wear them. I had to wear them to church as a child. Hated it. Please take my dress, Harry. Take my dress. He still manages to just, like, give masculine in the dress, and I just don't, like, it's just like, whatever. Do you support Israel or Palestine? I don't pick a team. Like, I support both, like, atrocities of things happening, whatever which way. Like, I support peace. I support human rights on both sides of the thing. Like, there's not one, it's all nuanced, guys, in my opinion, and just reality as I see it completely. It's like all extremely nuanced, okay? So, it's sad. Like, for me, there is no side, like, and then obviously, like, okay, I denounce, like, terrorist activities and that and this and that, but then that doesn't mean that, like, all the people who are fighting for human rights are terrorists. And, like, it's all nuanced. And then, like, I try to get not sucked into, like, I feel like it's like sports. It's like you're, like, worshiping a team that it's not about that. Like, I don't know, it's just, like, sad, just people are dying. And I'm not Jewish, I'm Greek, and it shouldn't matter what my ethnicity, like, guys, everyone's just so divided these days, and people are paranoid, and they get really caught up in the, like, agendas, and I don't doubt that there are certain maybe agendas or nefarious things that happen, but then people get really caught up in it, and then they're fully in belief mode, and they do not see things anymore clearly for what they actually are and what's actually happening, right? So I want my sign to be seen so we know what we're doing here. But yeah, we calmed down. I got my ramble out. Kareem, if you were here earlier, you don't even know the half of it. It was crazy. It was rambly. I got the energy out. I need to go now, though. I need to go hang out with grandma and chill and sleep tonight and have a good sleep. Oh yeah, for anyone that's, like, no one gives a shit, no one cares, but, like, I'm out of town, so I'm in a whole different environment with the sleep issues and stuff, but I was saying that when I was struggling to sleep, it's because I was having to share a room with Sean. What I did right before I left here, like, after the last live stream, I bought, like, a air mattress from Walmart, because I was saying, you know, the mattress I ordered for my room's not gonna be here. It could take 15 days or something at least. So I did. Now when I go back home, I do sleep kind of poorly here because it's hot. I'm in the upstairs. Excuse me, it's just a way hotter city that, like, I might not get the sleep. We are prioritizing it, and I know it's gonna be great as soon as I get back home. I've got my own private room again because I got an air mattress thing to stay in, and then when I get the actual mattress, I'm gonna be so grateful to have this nice memory foam replacement mattress for the cat piss soaked mattress that happened. So Kareem, grandma loves to talk, though. Grandma loves to talk herself. Like, I'm not talking that much. I am and I'm not. Like, we had coffee. I did talk some politics, and she talks too. And it's like, believe it or not, I feel like I come from a family of talkers. At least on one side of my family, where like I'm I'm a milder version than some of them, guys. I'm a milder version than some of them. Yes, I have a partner. Her partner must be deaf. Ha ha ha. Like, what am I supposed to do though? Like, this is the thing that I get confused about. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what? I don't care. Like, okay, I guess I'm curious what other people do. Like, do they just, is this the other people? Is that the other people? Is that the other people? Is that the other people? Like, what are they, what do people usually, do people just like, do you watch people like not talk or not do anything? Like, what are they, how are they managing? This is what I freaking do here. Voodoo doll stuff. What the heck is going on? It's just like a weird parallel universe of the internet, I feel, that you stumbled upon. I have never seen. Oh, is that like the card readers and stuff? At least you seem kind of sane. But you don't even know me. Like, who knows? I could be. You have no idea. Honestly, we need to be aware. Like, we're probably crossing paths with so many psychopaths on the day to day. And this is something that changed my life. I need to go. I know I said I was gonna go. I gotta hang out with my grandma. But I do sometimes. I need a break from that socialization sort of, and then to just like be so self-absorbed and like talk about myself, and then I'll be like ready to go again with grandma, you know, and like chat and with her and listen to her and be, you know, supportive and emotionally support. Like, I'll be able to do that once I get this out. But interact with your audience. Do not use them as a sounding board to justify or make it look like it's okay for you to talk to yourself out loud. Oh, Dracula is such a drag. Like, why? Okay, like, I just don't care. I just don't care. Like, it's not okay to talk out loud. You do this. Like, okay, mom. Okay, mom. Okay, dad. Like, sorry. Am I 5? Am I 5 right now? Am I 5? Kareem, why would you like shut it off? Like, oh, my ears hurt. Oh, I'm gonna keep it. Like, I'm concerned for you. Like, someone's just like, ow, 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 my ears, ow, my ears. Oh, but I'm just gonna keep listening to it. I'm just gonna keep listening to it. Like, ha 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 ha. It's fun to react. Like, this is tarot card not for Kareem. The tarot's not for Kareem, guys. I get it. I don't know. With the tarot, I was into it, and then I also was just like, there's some sketchy people like in the new age. I just don't vibe with a lot of new age either. I feel like it's been tainted, as I feel like organized religion has been. I voted for Biden. I'm a Canadian. I cannot vote. And Biden was not well. I was worried about your guys' country, honestly. I was worried. The new age, the dark undercurrent. I think there's hierarchy, like the stuff that creeps me out in organized religion happens in new age as well. Like, there's so many cults with new age too, right? Because spiritual gurus or leaders, like, it's a lot of narcissists gravitate towards that position, and they just like use the spiritual thing to narcissistically fuck with people. They use that because it's also like such an easy way to get power from people, and if they believe this thing, it's just so sad. I hate it. It just annoys it. When I watch those documentaries, guys, I'm just like, my Instagram is at Alyssa Being Me. It's the same, because I had to have it all match. I had freak out about that because I changed my channel name, and I think I had like Alyssa being herself, and then I switched over all the accounts, and then it was available on Twitter, but it was too long. I didn't know Twitter has a limit. So then in like TikTok, you can't even switch it again for another month or something. Like I just like having a meltdown because I was like, it's all gonna be Alyssa herself. Twitter, Instagram, this, and it's all gonna match. It's gonna match. Ooh, it's gonna be so great for my brain. Like, and then but then I cleverly somehow found that Alyssa Beanie was also available. So it's all the gram. I don't really post. I have stuff that I just don't get to it. I take looking like Steve Carell as a compliment. Okay, he's a fun looking guy. He's a fun. Love that dude. Love him in Bruce Almighty. Anyone know the scene in Bruce Almighty? He's like the news anchor, and Bruce Almighty is Jim Carrey, like being God. He gets to be God for like a week or something, and then he gets to just do fun things, and he's like he does not like his coworker Steve Carell's character is like the news anchor, and so he's like doing the news, and then like Jim Carrey's character is like making him do crazy shit, just like like reading the news, and embarrasses him and stuff. So funny. My pronouns are poo-poos. If that answers your question about being cis, okay? My pronouns are poo-poos. I'm a piece of shit, okay? I feel like a piece of shit. My pronouns are poo-poos. Okay. I am going to be signing off. High frequency, I am not good at digital communications. It stresses me out. I cannot even just like answer my texts from people, from like family. It's like bad. So I would just recommend jumping on to another live or something. But yeah, I appreciate the chat and everything and the hangs, and it's fun. So, sending good vibes. I will give Grandma a big hug. I appreciate everyone joining us for this session of Neurotics Anonymous, and we'll see you in the next one.